Okay, good morning, and thank you very much for joining us. I am Yori Polani. Hope you had a great weekend. Sorry, we're coming a wee bit behind schedule. It couldn't be helped, but please indulge us. So here we are now, and let's start off on Monday with politics still, and let's zoom in on Edo State, where they have recently concluded their governorship primaries. And we have clear-cut, I can say that. We have clear-cut candidates. In the LP, of course, we have Olumide Akpata. In the APC, we have Senator Monday Okpebolo. And in the PDP, we have Dr. Aswen Ighodalo. However, there's not one of those parties where there are not contestations about the result. Even though certificates of return have been given out, there are still, people, the co-contestants that are protesting the situation. Philip Shuaibu, for instance, the deputy governor, as far as the PDP is concerned, he has complained bitterly and has asked that he be awarded, because his people held a parallel arrangement and he emerged there. And so that's a situation. The same thing happened in LP. There was a parallel arrangement. Lamidi Apapa, in fact, he has written to INEC that they should not, accept Olumide Akpata. But the official line is Olumide Akpata, LP, Senator Monday Okpebolo, APC, and Dr. Aswen Ighodalo, PDP. All right, then. Now, our guest this morning is Comrade Bello Osaretin. Comrade Bello Osaretin is an APC chieftain. He's also chairman Edo Voters Movement, as well as being chairman of the Edo Political Roundtable, and indeed Director General, Progressive Leaders Association. He joins us from our Abuja studio. A fine morning to you, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Thank you very much. Okay. With that intro that I gave, we have the candidates that are ready for the November election. But as I just said, there are contestations within the parties, within the different parties. So maybe I should start off by asking you to give me your own overview of the state of politics in Edo State.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Folari. What you just elucidated is the beauty of democracy. Democracy in action. And in democracy, you are bound to agree and agree. You are bound to disagree, and you are bound to agree and agree. And as you rightly put it, in APC, on the 17th of February, election was held. And the election fell short of the guidelines as directed by the national headquarters. And it was rescheduled for the 22nd of February 2024. And at that time, a clear winner emerged. And all the 12 disciples participated. And Okpebolo was declared winner. You will not expect a smooth say, because the election of the 17th of February, there was a purported winner. And as I been made to understand, is kicking. However, APC is a big party. We have internal mechanism of reconciling our differences. Vis-a-vis PDP, Aswen Ighodalo emerged, and the deputy governor, Philip Shuaibu, went to organize a purported primaries in a location that he can define. And I believe, I'm not a member of PDP, but I believe as we move ahead, or in the days ahead, they will find a common ground. The Labour Party, the party that they said that crown itself, that they don't give shishi, also have Olumide Akpata. And the Apapa faction They are also kicking with one Mr. Asemota. It is normal in the democracy, as far as they are not deploying violence means to pursue their position and, of course, their argument. And we hope, by God's grace, the battlefield is well defined. These three heavyweights we meet on the 21st of September 2024, and I believe the best one will carry the day, and that will be Senator Monday Okpebholo, who is a true politician among these three you just mentioned.
I don't know, should we be referring to the impending contest as the battlefield or the field of competition that is coming up? Because the people have to approach it. The elections have come and gone. Winners have been declared. Even in the APC, the preferred candidate of Senator Oshiomhole did not make it.
Okay.
He didn't make it. So the next level is that I imagine that all the politicians are going to have to pull together. You spoke about this is the way of democracy, especially in the results. But we read, and we hope that, well, that was an earlier report. We read that people are still contesting to their various bodies, and people have to come together. Do you think there's scope, there's room for that? It doesn't matter what party you are in. You have to have a united face. So that, let's take APC, for example. What are your thoughts? The Dennis Idahosa, the Right Honorable Dennis Idahosa of the House of Representatives, he is known to be the preferred candidate of Adams Oshiomhole. But, well, you said this is what democracy is all about. On the field, on the day, the winner happens to be, Monday Okpebholo. So how are forces now going to be? Is it going to be? Do you take it for granted that forces will now be sort of merged with the party being the supreme, so that we can have indeed a keen but an enjoyable contest on the day?
My brother, even in family circle, there are contestation. You will agree with me without iota of doubt that this is the first time in APC, especially when it comes to Edo, that we are having a people-driven, a people-oriented, a people-deserving candidate that is not imposed like a Pinocchio. A candidate, by God's grace, that is not having a godfather. That is why we must give thanks and congratulate our dear President, His Excellency Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for creating the enabling environment, for not allowing his name to be dragged into the arena. Mr. President say, today the political monarchy has been dismantled in Edo State. The people have spoken. The voice of the people has resonated. So the leadership of this party will come together and put everybody together to work for a common purpose. I guarantee you that, and I'm assuring you that. Monday Okpebholo has been declared the winner, and I believe if you go back to his antecedent, and he has started moving around to reconcile all the aggrieved members so that they can join hands with him and win the election come September 2024.
Okay, it's good you end up there, because I was going to say, I was going to ask whether you yourself would be in that effort of fence mending, because sometimes these contests can be bruising, but it is what it is. That is the nature of politics sometimes. So I was going to ask if you yourself are, pledging to actually join in, because I asked that against the backdrop of a statement that you just made that, the monarchy, so to speak, the monarchy, this whole matter of, what do they call it now? A godfather has been dismantled in Edo State. Now, perhaps some will see that still as fighting words. And isn't this the time for reconciliation, and you don't want to aggravate your fellow party members who maybe didn't emerge victorious, but you're still going to need them for the real contest? Last thing you want.
You use the word godfather. You use the word godfather. I did not use. I carefully choose my word.
Okay.
I may be politically correct by saying political monarchy. You will agree with me that prior to the election, that there was a voice from the top that said the given candidate should be voted for. In fact, on the second election scheduled, there was also the same voice still came around that the same person should be voted for. In a true democracy, is that the role of a leader? That shouldn't be the role. So that's why today the people of Edo State, the people of APC have spoken that this is the candidate they prefer. A tested politician, a trusted politician that is already working. When you are destined to be a king, you start dressing like one. Modo Pawolo have started working. And I guarantee you that he's going to be the next governor of Edo State.
Well, of course, that is the way you would put it. I did introduce you as an APC chieftain. But I was just sort of emphasizing on the time it's over. The contest is over. Now we have our representatives, and especially because one of the worst things that could happen for people to feel sufficiently hurt, as it were, to now say, okay, let's see how you guys go. You don't want such apathy. You want everybody on board. Everybody on board. Even, you might have used some colorful language there, and sometimes it is allowed in the nature of contestation. But surely you want everybody.
Politics is a game of the bad, the good, and the ugly. I'm talking from my position, Obida Titon, as an independent-minded party man. The man in the eye of the storm, Senator Modo Pawolo, a trusted leader, a born leader, a legend, the hero of democracy, have started embarking on what you just enumerated. He has started moving around to meet stakeholders, to meet his co-contestant, to ensure that all hands must be on deck. He has started showing that. That is what I emphasized at the earlier stage. But as an independent-minded, we are doing a comparative analysis. I'm only trying to tell you that these are issues that we observed that made us to take decisions that we took. However, as you introduced in your earlier remarks, I'm chairing Edo voters movement. So we are going to be the determinant constituent that will determine who becomes the governor of Edo State. Well, that has already started through awareness and enlightenment campaign initiative.
Great, but you still are an APC chieftain, and we know where your interests, your loyalties lie. Indeed, your preferences, your desires when the election comes, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. But I'm asking you, as the Edo voters movement and the Edo political roundtable is why I was throwing in all those other questions. It is clear to us, where you are. Because there's a sense in which LP, Labour Party, is also in its own situation where there are different factions holding different elections, and they themselves are not too happy with what has been declared. And the same thing goes with PDP, where the current deputy governor certainly said he's heading to court and that kind of a thing. So, since you are also of the Edo voters movement and the Edo political roundtable, what would be your comments on that? The same thing?
The same thing. What is happening in APC is similar, akin to what is happening in PDP. And of course, Akpata, and of course, the Labour Party. If you are addressing that of the APC, you are invariably addressing that of the PDP. What we should be focusing more now, to dwell more now, because we must move forward, is to emphasize on all these candidates that has emerged, who will be their deputy governors, because that is very key as we go into the race.
That's right. That's right.
Are we on the same page? As we go on into the race, because the session of the state will be the battleground, and if you don't get that right, either as a PDP candidate or as an APC candidate or as a Labour Party candidate, you have yourself to be blamed. So I think that should be the focus that we should emphasize as we move forward, because the election that threw up the candidate has come and gone, and the table has been cleared.
All right. Let's hear from Mr. Bashorun, who has called in from Iyanokpaja. Good morning to you, Mr. Bashorun.
Morning.
Please go ahead. Good morning, sir.
Morning.
Please go ahead now with your comments.
I'm happy for your intervention. These are some of the problems we are facing in democracy. There's an election, there's a loser, there's a winner. Ideally, your guest, I suppose that your guest is in support of the present winner. And somebody who has won an election,
he's an APC supporter.
So that they can work.
He's an APC chieftain.
That is statement that he believes that a monarchy has been destroyed. The other group are hearing it. They feel slighted, and then the next thing in politics, so that, okay, you have destroyed oligarchy. And that the oligarchy, we want to show them. I like your intervention. We should always advise them to desist from using those type of derogatory words that can annoy or trigger out the annoyance of the other group. I'm a sympathizer of PDP, especially Bola Tinubu. There is no way we should lose anything that will make us lose this time around. Should be gathered against. Adam Oshemole is not a small fish in Edo politics. So either through one thing or the other, if his candidate did not win, like I said, I will tell you that all the candidates I told. That's what I expected from your guest to be saying that even the president candidate is Adam Oshemole person. We knew how he became a senator. So that is the truth. People should forget about using words that can anger the opposition.
Okay.
Meanwhile, now people think Adam Oshemole is the opposition. But when the real election comes, we will know who will lead them.
Indeed. Well,
thank you, Fulani. You are actually doing your job. I love you when you took him up on that start. In fact, he actually used God for that reason. He only decided to withdraw that statement. You wanted to forget.
Indeed, but he said he didn't. He said he didn't. But thank you very much for calling in. And by the way, upon the intervention also of Mr. Bashorun Iyanokpaja, let me say that all the other parties also have a right of response. We are speaking to a person who is an APC chieftain, and therefore we know where his sympathies will lie. Labour Party and PDP, the other people concerned in this discussion, also have a right of reply, and all they just need to do is to indicate that they would like to come on. And I think there's a sense in which Comrade Osaritin has sort of softened the approach a bit. I thought I heard you say what you said, but I'm not about to argue with you. You know, the guest is always it's like the customer is always right. I'm not going to take you on. Once you said that, I'm not sure I mentioned that. I said it's okay. But you did mention the other one. And the whole point was that we just want the day to be like an inter-house sports when the day comes, not a situation where, okay, we're going to show them, because that's what I'm sure you yourself want.
Mr. Folarin.
Yes, sir.
Are you with me?
I can hear you.
It takes courage to speak truth to power. It also takes courage to sit and listen. And courage is a resistance to fear. You will recall in 2016, a candidate was imposed on APC, and at the end, that candidate betrayed the party. In 2020, a candidate was imposed by one person, one individual, on APC, and at the end, the party was demarketed. And we are at it again in 2024. The people have spoken, where a political Pinocchio was almost being imposed on the party, and the people, the party members, the good members of the APC who believes in the party decided to speak.
That's in the past. That's in the past. A Pinocchio is hardly a compliment.
Is that what?
I say you just used, the imagery now of a Pinocchio. A Pinocchio is not a compliment. And so, just like Mr. Bashir was saying,
it's like a puppet. We are doing analysis, sir. I am not the candidate. I'm talking from an independent point of view. All what I'm saying here is my opinion. It is the candidate that will start lobbying, that will start going around, mark you, the election is beyond the party. The election is not in the hands of the party again. It's in the hands of the voters, the electorate, who will now look at the agendas of the party, who will now look at of course, the character of the person that is being thrown up. We are saying we have gone beyond that. It's level above. Okay. So let us be circumspect. In Nigeria, we like when you are rubbing the matter. When you are too, hard on issues, they said that you are not a loyalist, you are not a conformist.
I'm really happy you just said what you said. Let us be circumspect. Perhaps we don't need to hear about Pinocchios within your own party, just so that we don't rub people the wrong way.
No, it's a general statement. It's not within my own party. It's a general statement. Pinocchio means puppet. Puppet.
Pinocchio is actually, it's also indicative of a liar. The whole where it started from. Every time he told a lie, Pinocchio's nose grew longer and longer. But I digress. Let me take a quick break. We'll be right back. We'll continue this conversation and take your calls as well. Stay with us, please.